We live in a world that celebrates movement, speed, productivity, the next goal. We are taught that to pause is to fall behind. But what if stopping is not losing? What if, by doing nothing, we actually find everything? In a crowded city lived a man named Leo, successful, respected, but endlessly tired. His mind never stopped running, even when his body sat still. One day, as he waited for the train, he noticed an old monk sitting on a bench nearby. The monk's eyes were closed, his breathing calm, his face peaceful. Around him, the crowd hurried and shouted. Trains came and left, but the monk did not move. It was as if the noise belonged to another world. And for the first time, Leo wondered, what does that kind of stillness feel like? That night, Leo couldn't stop thinking about the monk. How can someone sit so still, he wondered, in a world that never stops moving? The next morning, he decided to try it himself. No phone, no work, no plan. Just 10 minutes of doing nothing. At first, it felt impossible. His mind screamed with noise. Thoughts, to-do lists, unfinished emails. His body twitched, his heart raced. He felt like he was failing at even being still. But after a while, something strange happened. The noise didn't stop, but it no longer controlled him. He began to notice his breath, slow, real, alive. For the first time in years, Leo wasn't chasing time. He was simply here. Days passed, and Leo kept returning to those moments of stillness. The city didn't slow down. Cars still roared, people still rushed, deadlines still whispered in his ear. But something had changed. The noise was still there, yet it no longer lived inside him. He began noticing things he had forgotten. The rhythm of his footsteps, the way sunlight moved across his desk, the laughter of strangers on the street. He realized that stillness wasn't about freezing life, it was about flowing with it, without being swept away. The monk's lesson echoed in his mind. Stillness is not the absence of movement. It's the presence of awareness. That day, Leo smiled. The world moved, but he didn't have to.
In the weeks that followed, Leo's life began to change. Not because he worked harder, but because he stopped fighting with time. When others rushed, he breathed. When chaos rose, he waited. And when life demanded answers, he listened. He discovered that silence was not empty. It was full of guidance. And patience was not weakness. It was quiet strength. For years, Leo believed power came from control. But now he saw, true power comes from presence. He no longer forced outcomes. He allowed life to unfold, trusting that slowing down did not mean falling behind. It meant arriving, fully, gently, beautifully, in this very moment.
In the end, Leo realized something beautiful. Slowing down was never about doing less. It was about living more. He didn't escape the world. He simply began to see it more clearly. Every sound, every breath, every silence became part of the same song. So, if you ever feel lost in the rush, stop. Sit still. Let the world spin without you. And when you return, you'll see. You were never behind. You were just finally here. Quiet Horizons Tales. Stories that breathe. For minds that seek stillness.